Hey everybody, this is Rustin with Metalholic, the Examiner. Sitting with me today, the wonderful CJ Pierce. Drowning Pool, how's it going, brother?
It's going great, man. Out on the road, having a good time.
Absolutely. You guys are in the midst of a tour, going to be wrapping up here pretty soon, but you're out with Flyleaf and Stars in Stereo. A lot to talk about. New album, new singer, new tour.
Always a lot going on with the Drama Fools, man. Always a lot going on. I mean, where you want to start? New record's coming out April 9th. It's called Resilience. I couldn't be happier with anything we've ever done. This record's more metal. It's a lot heavier than any of the previous records. Working with Jasen, Moreno, our new singer, has been just amazing. He's been by far my favorite musician to work with. You know, we've known Jasen for well over 10, 15 years. He came up in the scene with Dallas, with us. He was always kind of like the local guy, you know, who was going to just make it. He never got his shot. So, like, the stars kind of aligned for us when we started working with him. So, yeah, that's it in a nutshell. We're on tour at Flyleaf. Two more weeks left. And then we go overseas and tour with Fozzy, Chris Jericho. He's been hitting me back and forth lately. It's been pretty cool. I'm like, texting back and forth, Chris Jericho.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, man, it's part of the fun being in this business, man. I definitely got to meet some cool people.
And let it be said right now, this is a message to you, Jasen. If you leave the band, you turn into a douchebag, you get taken away by aliens from another planet, we are going to hunt you down and hurt you.
I think that's the only thing we got left is alien abduction.
Exactly.
Everything else is just about happened to us, man. Alien abduction, I think, is the last one. But no, man, dude, he's so grateful. He's so humble and so down to earth. And again, Mike, Stevie, and myself have been through so much. If that head starts to come up a little bit, we just knock it right back down. So we won't have that issue, you know.
Well, and the new album, Resilience, like you said, coming out on the 9th, I was listening to it last night.
Oh, cool, man.
15 killer tracks. I know only 13 on the original album. I guess I got the bonus tracks or something. You got the bonus package,
man. All right.
So I'm psyched about that, but just some really killer shit.
Thank you.
And the album title, Resilience, really does say it all. It sums up everything that's sort of been going on, because you guys do.
We've been hit with a lot of things. I mean, publicly, you know the stuff with singers and all that stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind closed doors. You're not going to air your dirty laundry, but there's a lot that has gone on with this band, and many bands have stopped it just for lesser things. So I don't know what it is, man. I love rock and roll, man. I love doing this. I love writing, recording. I love touring with my buddies, and we just want to keep going. You know, just because this guy didn't work out, that didn't work out, you just don't pack up shop. I mean, if that's what you really want to do, you just keep persevering and you keep going until you find the right person that makes it work. I look back now, yeah, we might have shut that door. Sound check. But yeah, anyway, you know, we went through a lot of things, and you know, I was definitely angry about the departure. You know, the last I was thinking it was more mad that I have to go through this process of finding another singer. I thought it was going to take a long time. We had a lot of great submissions come in, probably more now than ever before to choose from, to be honest with you. So, you know, there's a lot of cool rock singers out there. Looking forward to hearing those guys. And thanks for taking your time to audition for our band. But Jasen just had it all, man. He's a cool dude. He's a hard worker. He's got a great voice. You know, he's got a crazy look.
Well, people forget, you know, you, Steve, and Mike have been doing this all along. It's just been that one position. And a lot of bands, different members trade in and out here and here. Just for you, it just happened to be the same position every time.
It has to be the singer, man, like the Spinal Tap of New Millennium.
Exactly. Now, you guys have always played with sort of a rage-fueled energy and intensity, but it's really palpable on the new record.
Yeah, there's a lot of man. There's a lot more energy in this band, and I think it's a twofold thing. I think it's just, again, where we were at in our career, do another switch. There's definitely a handful of songs that brought to the table that kind of express that frustration, which can be not just with the singer, it can be in just anything in life. There's a lot of frustrating things going on at the end of 2011 for us. And then the same thing with Jasen walked in. You know, he's such a singer-songwriter, and he's a great guy to bounce ideas off of. You know, he never says no to anything. He's like, I'll try this, I'll try that, or what if I do this? You know, it's like, it's just a great writing relationship. So it made it so much easier for us to get to the point of what we want to say, you know, musically and lyrically, working with him. And it was fast too, man, which is awesome. We've already been writing songs. This one's not even out yet, and we're already like, we're still on this writing kick, which is really awesome to have, you know, more material and fresh material on a regular basis, because we've been on a 3-year cycle, mainly because of singer issues. So it's nice now that we don't have to worry about that, you know.
And now, how much, because you guys already had some of it going when all this started, how much did Jasen get to incorporate his stuff, if at all, on Resilience?
I would say, you know, there's always been a lot of material on the plate with going into every record, because me, Mike, and Steve, we just always rock out together.
Right.
So with every single, we always kind of walk in with a lot of stuff on the table. But he had a lot of input. There's a few songs, I don't want to be like, on my songs or Stevie's songs or Mike's songs. I definitely left some stuff open. There's a few things I just kind of gave him some raw ideas and just let him go to town on it. Anytime, Any Place being one of them. The record opens up with that song.
Right.
And that's the first one that we worked on together as a band. So I'm happy with all of it, man. I think more so now, there's a couple of songs that, I'm just going to get you excited about the next record. This is not even out yet. I'm going to get you excited about the next one. There's a song we worked on recently called Drop. That's going to be the next record that Jasen he just shot me over this guitar riff and him singing. And I was just like, got on it. 3 hours later, I sent it back to him. And then it was, it's done. It was like that easy. So it's nice, man.
He's rock teasing us already, man.
Yeah, he's not ready for the next one. So.
Now, lyrically, there seems to be a running theme about standing up for yourselves, what you believe in, making no excuses, and taking no prisoners, so to speak, on this album.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on. Again, reflecting, just the music business. That's a fight in itself to keep your band going, and then obviously doing a singer switch. But yeah, you're not going to fall down and give up on anything, And then now you got the internet and people like, you should have quit after this guy. You should stop with this guy. It's like, well, this is. Is that what you do when something doesn't work? You just quit? Like, I'm not going to quit, dude. This is my life. This is my passion. So there's a lot of songs that express that, for sure, man. Standing up for yourself and not laying down. Life is going to be hard some days, and you just get past it, just accept it, and just keep rolling with the punches. Keep on keeping on, as Don Bag would say.
Well, and at the end of the day, it's all about the music and stuff. It doesn't matter. Certainly you want a singer who's representative of the band, but it's all about the music and what the band's created, and you guys have been creating the music. Jasen's the voice, and he's a phenomenal voice. As a matter of fact, I listened to you guys do your radio thing with Big J a little while ago over at Fatty's.
How'd you like that little surprise we threw out there?
You guys did a phenomenal cover of Aerosmith's Dream On, which leads me to this question of you guys, because it's sort of, Adrenaline Mod just did it, Hailstorm loves doing it, throwing down a cover
Stars
EP.
and Stripes are going to play it tonight.
Oh, are they really?
It's kind of strange how everybody all of a sudden is doing this song. I put the music together. I wanted to do it different. Everybody, has their own version, and I'm a very big, Perfect Circle Tool fan, and I love how they do stuff in like 6/8 timing and stuff. We've never really done anything like that in this band. I do have some stuff in the works. It just never seemed like it, more metal, straightforward,
right,
on the floor and stuff. So this was something that was fun. I kind of redid the music probably like 5 years ago. I've just been sitting on it. And then when we had the time off in the summer, I just sent it over to Jasen just to see what he would do with it. And he sang on it, and it was like I think we got a really cool version of the song, and a lot of people do it, but you want to have something that's very unique.
Right.
So we just started doing it for fun. Today was really the third time we've ever played it on acoustic. And
have you guys thought about doing like a covers EP, just for the hell of it, for the fans and stuff?
Jasen, again, he did a lot of cover stuff in town too. He had a lot of cover bands, and he actually sat around and did a lot of acoustic sets on his own before he even joined this band. So we're open to do that more so because he knows so many. But we talk about it. It depends. Like, you get bored, you got time off, then you start doing crazy stuff like that. And I know that we could, especially with him. But that's just something we did for fun.
Right.
It's music. You just do it for fun.
Yeah, it's always great to hear a new interpretation of a classic like that. Anyway, and his voice was just balls out awesome on it. So
because he's got a higher. That's something else the fans. I know you probably. I heard comments. He's got a higher register than anybody ever had. In fact, our original singer Dave used to play in a cover band. They were doing Skid Row and stuff, so he had a high register. But most of the songs on the record were like, real low, very Phil influenced. And Jasen, to me, if anything, he kind of favors our original singer and style Dave because he can do the high and he can do the low. He covers all the old songs, doing all the low growl stuff. But I guess his natural stuff with the newer songs, man, he can get up there. He's got like a high raspy scream.
Well, speaking of the newer songs, how much, because the album doesn't come out till the 9th, how much of the new album are fans getting to hear on the current tour, and how are fans responding to his interpretation of the older stuff?
The fans have been great. It's so awesome to see the change. Like, you see it, like online. Before we started touring, new guy, you hear it. Anybody can sit there and type crap, but then every single night after every show, all the comments, I heard nothing but positive. I sit here at the merch table every night and hang out with fans. And, I'm a music fan. I would be, skeptical as well, man. I'm guilty of it with some of my other favorite bands who've had singers change. And you go see the show, and then, you love it or you hate it. And for us, everybody's been coming up telling us that they love it. And we're having fun on the stage. and we'll put on a fun, great show, playing songs from every record all across the board. We're throwing out 2 or 3 new songs a night, and we also change it pretty regular basis too. So it's not like that's something I've always wanted to do. Change up the set list every night.
Right.
Let's what do we feel like playing? Let's play this song or that song. Or a fan will walk up, before the show, like, man, I really, like the Synthesize record, man, that song I think was really awesome. Like, we'll play that in the set for you. It's you can do that now. You couldn't do that.
I'm hoping for Horns Up in the set tonight.
Yeah,
it's probably not in there, but
too,
I love
man.
that song.
Jasen keeps talking about that one as well. It's cool because again, he's a fan of the band as well. That's one that he keeps bringing up. So, I could possibly see that happening. I don't know if it's gonna happen tonight. We'll see. But
at some point, though,
it'll happen, man. It's fun to play this. I don't think album tracks or whatever. I mean, just because a song is a single, and again, I'm a fan of music. Just because that particular song is a single from a band doesn't always mean it's like my favorite song off the record.
Right.
In fact, 9 times out of 10, it's not always my favorite. But you gotta put something out there. And,
well, a lot of times the record labels drive which songs get chosen as singles.
They definitely have their hands on what they think they can work with and what they like as well. But yeah, if you ask anybody in this band, like, what song is everybody's going to say something different, You ask any fan, they'll get the same thing, I like this one, like that one, except for Bodies. Everybody loves Bodies.
Yeah.
It's a fun song. But, yeah, that's where we're at with that.
The album artwork, as they would say on the East Coast, is, like, wicked awesome.
Yeah, the artwork, I'm so happy with David Jasen. Thank you so much, brother. We looked at some of the past work he did. He had just done a shoot with Hell Yeah. It was really cool looking. And one with Deuce as well. He did his artwork. And the 6 months of writing and recording, I've been just going through the internet, and I was trying to find something more literal to our name, Drowning Pool, because I was just looking up the history of Drowning Pool. There's an actual drowning pool in Iceland, where back in the 1600s, they didn't have like jail or prison and hang people, or the medieval times they'd chop your head off. In this particular town, if you did something, you robbed, stole, or anything like that, they'd wrap rocks around your feet, throw you in the drowning pool. That was like jail. So like the day was pretty dark, doing the history on it. So we've never done anything very literal with the whole, name. So I wanted to go for more of that and actually have the actual drowning pool, the real one, on the cover, and then you got the big crazy cloud that comes out. So it was cool to send all that stuff in. We've never really. None of us are really like art. Besides playing music, man, I can't draw a stick man straight. But you wanted to have creative control on what your image is and what your band is about. So it was fun this time around to have more of that creative control, and then working with somebody like David Jasen to put it all together and put his creative spin on it. And then we came up with it. You have to see the rest of the artwork on the record. It's really you saw it. You got
it. I got it. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's my favorite by far. Artwork-wise.
Well, I know you got a ton of stuff to do, plus you're banged up. You've been doing other interviees today. So before we get out of here...
We'll see what happens tonight, man. It already split a few days ago. And then last night, man, in the middle of the set, it got this string went right inside the cut. And then I was just like, it happens. It's part of the fun, but blood everywhere. So tonight, this isn't going to last long. It's going to come off. There's going to be a couple songs in the set where you're just going to see that face. After a while, though, it just numbs itself.
And blood on the fretboard.
But when the string is in it, and you do like the bendy note thing, it's like having a knife and you just turning it. But that's part of the fun, a couple of shots, I won't feel anything.
There you go. Giving your all, the blood and the sweat for the tour. So final question, totally randomless and stupid as shit. If you could get rid of any current pop culture trend or person, who or what would it be?
Get rid of any pop culture trend?
Or person.
I'm not going to slam on rap music because I do like some rap music, but it seems like I haven't watched videos aren't as prominent as they used to be with MTV, but it seemed like every one of them was like money flying in cars and stuff like that. Like, are they still doing that? Because if they are, they need to get rid of that.
I stopped watching
20 years
not that you can really find exactly bitches and hoes.
So that to me, I was like, all right, I think y'all kind of played that out. But I don't know, man. I love music. It's tough. The older I get, the more I try to listen to all of it and like, all right, this might not necessarily be my style of music by any means, but why 20 million people like this song? There's got to be some attraction to it. So as a musician, I try to soak it in. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with the dance stuff, the crazy noises, and I think this stuff is really creative and fun. But it's still a small window. Like, it'd be nice to hear them expand maybe a little bit more. Maybe put a guitar in it.
A little bit of growth there. So
yeah, that's all, man. But
CJ Pierce, famous last words.
And that's it. Right here. It came from my mind. Did you hear it?